Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Tuesday, January 2nd, and we are here back in the saddle 2024 answering your financial questions. If you've got one, it's as easy as a few clicks away. Go to jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Of course, let us know if you would like to come on the air. Mark does everything else. While you're on the website, you can sign up for the free weekly newsletter. You can check out our blog, our resources. You can buy my book, The Great Money Reset. And you should check out our brand new video show. It's called Jill on Money, powered by the Compound. It's a YouTube show. Completely a blast. Has been so much fun to start this process. We are dropping weekly episodes on YouTube, so you got to go check it out. Just click on the link on our website. Okay, right now we are talking to Denise, who's on the line from Connecticut.
Hi, Jill. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. Tell me what's going on. How can we help you out today?
Okay, so I'm 56. I'm an Army veteran, and I want to change my work and change my life.
I like that. You're ready for your reset. How long how long did you serve?
So I only served 5 years, and I use that word only because, of the other veterans who have sacrificed so much more than I have.
What are you doing now?
So now I work full time in a job where I've been in the insurance industry for the last 25 years.
And do you like it? Do you not like it? What are you thinking?
So I'm thinking of a change. I have a master's degree in counseling, and I've always wanted to be in a capacity where I'm more helpful in serving others.
You're a service person. You sort of kind of could do that with insurance, but maybe not exactly. How much do you earn right now?
Okay, so I currently earn roughly $120.
Are you entitled to a small pension from your Army service?
I don't know that I am, but I do have one with my current employer.
You do? You have a pension?
I do.
Tell me the details of that.
Okay, so it kicks in now because I'm over, like I said, 55, and I've been there over 10 years is when you're vested in your pension.
Okay, so what are the details for you?
Okay, so I currently have, in terms of my retirement, about 407 in a 401k. Most of it is in a stable value fund now because I want to retire soon. I have 200 in an IRA that's being managed. I have the pension I mentioned before at my current employer. That's about,
how much is that? How much will that amount to in a monthly or annual amount?
Okay, so in a lump sum, it's 100. I did run the calculations. I think it would be somewhere around 2,000, maybe monthly.
And that would start. So let me just make sure I understand this. If you said, okay, by December 30th, I'm done. Next year, you would start receiving $2,000 a month, or would you have to wait until a different age to get that $2,000 a month?
I can determine when I get it. And when I say 2,000, I ran the numbers based later in life, not immediately upon retirement.
Okay. And how much later? Do you know?
Well, so I'm thinking of starting to collect my pension, maybe 60. So in another 4 years.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So at 60, it would be $2,000 a month. Good. All right. 400 and something thousand in the 401k, 200 in the IRA that's managed. What about non-retirement money?
So I have about 60K in cash.
And do you have a brokerage account at all? Like any other money that you have invested?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. And how about your home? Where do you live? A house? Do you own it? Do you rent? Where are you in life?
So I own my home, which I've lived in the last 13 years. I have about 17 left on the mortgage.
That's it?
That's it, because I put down a lot, lump sum.
What's the interest rate on the mortgage?
It's about 2.25%.
Okay. And how much is the house worth?
It's about $350 today.
Okay. I didn't ask, are you married, single, partnered?
I am single.
Kids?
1.
How old?
12.
What? Oh my God.
There's a story there.
Oof. Okay. That is a young kid, 12-year-old. Do you have money set aside for education, or are we going to UConn? What's happening?
There's money set aside. Yes.
All right. So let's say that you think about the master's in counseling. You say, I want to go give back. how much do we need to have you bring in to cover your expenses? What is it that you're spending on a monthly basis?
So I live like just bare bone. I don't have any debt currently. And I would say monthly, I spend somewhere between 25 and 3,000 a month.
Oh my
And
God.
that's currently including the mortgage.
All right. And that goes away shortly, presumably.
Yep.
Is there any reason to believe that that would go up for any reason that you could imagine?
No.
So how much are you putting away into retirement right now when you have $120,000, but you're only spending $3,000 a month? How much money is going into your 401k right now?
22%.
Is there anything else that I should be thinking about when we're thinking about your nice big money reset? You're doing your great money reset. Do you have siblings you'd have to take care of, parents, or people? Conversely, do you have money that could be coming to you through inheritance or anything that would change your trajectory beyond what you're doing yourself?
I wish there was. There's a small, very small disability that I get, and that's only like 165 a month. But I think it entitles me to medical benefits through VA.
Oh, that was going to be my next question. That if you're going to make this big switch, how are we going to finance it? And how are we going to manage your medical? But your medical you think is covered?
I think it is.
But you're going to double, triple check that for us, right?
I will. Absolutely.
Okay. So now what would it mean for you to make this shift? How would you go about doing it? Like, could you make this much money? You're going to have to, is it being self-employed? Is it getting another full-time job, just learning how to do this thing called provide services? What do you think?
So what I'm thinking is I would get something part-time so I can be more available for my daughter. And I'm thinking I would want to do something again where I'm able to bring in maybe about 40,000 a year.
If you were to do that, then you'd have to dip into your cash, right? Because if you're bringing in 40, then we have to, that's going to be taxed. Okay, we get that. When do you want to make this change? Like now?
I'm thinking 6 months out. I want my daughter to finish her school year. And I was thinking taking a couple months off because I haven't done that in years and just, spend some time in Florida maybe, or I have family there and then go from there with maybe part-time.
And Denise, have you looked at your Social Security full retirement age benefit?
I have.
Tell me what that number is.
So I put in that I stopped working at 56 and then, it was just an estimate. I didn't put my social in on the website. But it did say somewhere again around maybe 22,000 monthly starting at 62.
2,200, you mean?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
And that's at 62. What if you waited till 65? Do you have that? 67. Do you have that number?
I do not have that number.
That's the number I want.
Okay.
I don't know exactly, how you're going to make this transition. I wouldn't leave the job until you actually really explore this. Really wonder, is there a job there for you? Is it a job you'd want? Like you might say oh, I really want to do service. And then you're like in some social service program with a maniacal boss that's like, why am I doing this for this little money when I could stay with my, in my lovely insurance company and make 120 grand a year and keep socking away money. So I wouldn't leave my job until I really understood, what are my options? How am I going to do this? What is the game plan? And then I think what you really should be considering is trying to find a way for you to work, if you're going to do this part-time, that you do this until you're 67, not 62. I mean, it's 62. Let's be honest. Okay. You're 56 right now. So we're talking about 6 years from now, your kid's 18. Your kid's not going to want to hang out with you. Like when she's 16, 17, I'm sorry. This is just my experience of being an aunt to many, many kids. They have their lives and you're young. I would really try to look at this as what am I going to do for the 10 years from age 57 to 67? How am I going to organize my life? And can I make the numbers work? Because you don't spend a lot of money. I mean, probably you're going to make the numbers work no matter what. But it makes no sense to take your Social Security early, unless you're telling me you have terrible health and like very bad stats on longevity in your family.
Funny you mentioned that. I don't have terrible health. I do have a minor heart issue. So that's part of my reasoning for wanting to like.
How minor? How minor? Come on. Dr. Schlesinger is here to hear. Are you telling me you're like, oh, I have arrhythmia? Big deal. Then you have to keep working. But like,
I do have that. And I
big
also
deal.
have,
Me too.
Hold on. I've got an aneurysm. It's a tiny one. It isn't at 3 centimeters or 4.
Yeah.
But it's a watch.
Okay. So we're watching it.
Yes.
But like watching it. Okay. So
that concerns me a bit, right?
I hear you. Yeah. I get
you. For
of course.
Too long if I don't.
I know. Imagine the stress you're going to feel when you start hearing everybody's problems in your counseling. I still think you're really young, and I get it. I get the desire. I get the heart thing. I'm worried for you because I don't want to do all the planning based on this. And then all of a sudden you're, okay, I'm 62 and I've got my $2,200 a month and I've got my $2,000 a month of my pension. It's $4,200. So could I do something part-time? Sure. But like, some of this stuff is set in stone. You'll get a little cost of living adjustment on your Social Security. I don't know. Do you have a cost of living adjustment on the pension?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah. So half of this will move with inflation. The other half won't. I don't want to see you in a bad situation. It won't happen in 10 years. It would be like, I'm 75. Everything is fine in my health and I'm running out of money. That I don't want to see. So you've done a very good job of saving. I don't think you should have to stay in anything, but I do think that you should probably plan to say, what would happen if I did this for 10 years and look at it more of the upside? Like, hey, this would be awesome. I can do this for 10 years. I can carve out a schedule that works for me. I can be there for my kid. I can see how this career develops. It might be that you want to keep working if you love it, right? I just want you to have a more expansive outlook on what you would do. That's really what I'm thinking. And by the way, I'm wondering also if you have that more expansive outlook and you're continuing to work, maybe it would be better if you waited to pull the plug on the pension at age 62. It's only going to be 5 years. Maybe it does make more sense. So I think all in all, you'll be able to do what you want to do. I'm not sure you'll do it on the exact schedule that you're laying out to me. I think it's much better, again, unless you have some strange, terrible end-stage illness, I think it's better to think of what would happen if everything actually went very well, and what would happen if I lived until I were 85 or 90, and how would I be managing, and all those questions. And I think it behooves you to at least open that up. Look, maybe in 5 years, you're saying to me, hey, guess what? I'm not just making 40 grand part-time. I've been making 80 grand part-time and it's amazing and I love it. And I'm going to just keep doing it. And then we have nothing to talk about. Really. So I think that we need a little more information. I think that you are in a great situation to contemplate this kind of a change because you are such a frugal human being. You really are.
I am.
And I think that that's what gives you the opportunity to make this decision. So without going too nutty on you, I just say, hey, could we maybe not think of like tomorrow making this happen? Can we really maybe wait to the full retirement age for Social Security? Because maybe that would be better. I just think that it gives you more options to at least think that way. Maybe if things go really great, all of a sudden you're like, I'm done. And you'll call me back and say, I planned on the worst, but it turned out even better. That would be good, right?
Absolutely.
All right. I think that's it. I'm excited to hear how this all plays out. So I can't thank you enough for joining us today, Denise. And we do wish you the best of luck. And if you have any other questions, get back in touch with us, okay?
Thank you. Thank you both.
If you, like Denise, want to join us on the air, all you need to do is go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and Mark does everything else. Don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Don't forget to buy the book. Don't forget to do all that good stuff. And of course, importantly, please lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.